what's up, everybody? Today we're going to explore some videos. Let's see. We're back in America now, and let's see how these women think and act. So we have the Honduran, Guatemalan type of women who are more family-oriented, more feminine-like, and then we have these women from America in this video today who, is it malicious? I don't think so, not most of the time, but they are bombarded from dusk till dawn to be aggressive, be masculine.
I would say
here are the 3 rules. First, you'll give yourself a rating with 100 being the most attractive. Then I'll take a Polaroid of you and place it on a board that is numbered 1 to 100, putting you at the number that you chose. But here's a catch. If your number is already taken, you must compare yourself to the people on the board and pick a new number that still makes the most sense to you. The goal
90, 95. But I don't feel comfortable being a 95. People stare at me in
2 out
public.
of 100.
So I'd say right now, 75.
Like a 65.
Why 65?
I don't know. Okay, 70.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll go 70.
You go 70?
I'll go a little more confident.
This girl, realistically, 1 out of 10, the standard man rating system. She is, we're going to give her a high 3, mostly because she's pretty young. But she's already destroyed, we're talking, she's destroyed herself. The way this woman would look if she was her correct, healthy weight, she would be stunning. She would have so much pull. And to think that she gave all that up, or was tricked into giving all that up. Yeah, eat what you want. Just be happy. That's the goal. Gave it all up. And still takes time to make her nails nice and get a nice little watch and have a nice little necklace. It's all a waste, baby. It's all a waste. Take all that bullshit off. Forget it. She probably spends 2 hours doing her hair, her makeup. Complete waste of time. Stop eating. You could literally put on a shirt with holes in it and a pair of jeans you found in a dumpster and lose that weight, and you're going to be happier, trust me, in the end.
What is your best physical feature?
I think my eyes are my best physical feature.
And what is
Her eyes. Let's see her eyes, fellas. Is that her best physical feature? I don't know. They just kind of look like brown. Aren't most darker skinned people's eyes brown? I think my eyes are pretty cool. Can I get it to zoom in there on my eyes? Mine are green, at least. Would I say that's my best feature? Maybe second best.
your worst physical feature, if you have one?
I'm not a big fan of my back.
Back. Big back. Shout out, Coach.
I would say like a 60. I just feel like that number makes the most sense for me.
60.
75?
70?
I think he's asking them to rate between 1 and 100. So 75 is it's basically a 7.5.
Is indeed taken. So looking at the remaining spots, which number do you feel like makes the most sense to you?
I'm gonna say 77.
So you're gonna go 2 above 75.
I'm gonna say 77.
You're gonna stick with 77?
Yeah.
7.6.
68.
They all kind of go like near 7. That's why I believe on the Whatever podcast they have that rule, like you can't pick 7, or on Fresh and Fit or whatever. Shout out Fresh and Fit. Shout out Whatever podcast. These are great shows. So interesting. to see, you know, before these type of shows, shout out Pearl, you know, especially growing up in the 90s and in the early 2000s, us guys literally had no idea how women worked. Like, I know me, I grew up, like, I knew a little, but not to the extent we know now. I mean, it's truly, the difference is astounding in their mindset. Not that it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It's bad in the way it's, you know, it's ended up being bad now, but it's perfectly normal. It's not malicious most of the time, the way they think.
70. I grew up in the
70.
Philippines, and
There we go.
I'm very mid there. I've never looked at my
Philippines. Let's see. Can you show me pictures of Philippine women smiling? Let's see if we can get some pictures here. Oh, what am I doing? Let's see. Philippine women smiling. You always got to put smiling or something like that, because otherwise it may bring up other things. Let's see, is she mid? Okay. Is she mid? We have pretty nice. I really like these types. Yeah. Pretty here. Pretty here. This one's pretty. Yeah, I'd say that one's nice. I'd say she's, let's look at her. Definitely mid. Definitely a little, I'd give her a 5.5, something like that.
So do you think you're mid in the...
Now, first of all, on the rating system, a 5 is not bad. A 5 is actually, perfectly marriageable, dateable, fuckable. Below a 5, that's when you get undesirable traits. There doesn't have to be any undesirable traits at 5 out of 10 or 50 for this scale here. And anything above a 5 is stuff that's more rare, to come by. Better face, stuff that really will stop you. Like, wow, look at that. Great booty, all the above.
But attractive here.
Yeah, kinda.
Do you feel like you're a more accurate 70 than she is?
She's very pretty. I think she's more attractive than me.
So out of the remaining numbers, which do you think makes the most sense for you?
I'll do 69. It's a funny number.
A 40.
What is your least attractive feature?
And this one chose 40. But, look, it looks like she's a bit older, but she can wear a freaking miniskirt. Definitely fuckable.
Sometimes I don't like...
I would give her in the face, if I do the whole picture, I would give her in the 5 region. Most people are 5s. I would give her a little above a 5. Nice body. Arms, I don't like too much. Maybe a 5.3.
big my legs are. I like that my legs are big, but maybe too big sometimes.
Oh, so no one's up here. All these people think they're hot as shit, eh?
Do you feel like anyone has rated themselves a little too high?
Yes. I'm not gonna say who. Now, considering what I rated myself and then looking at other women, I would probably rate myself a bit higher.
I'm gonna go with 71.
Looking at everyone on the board, who is the most physically attractive in your opinion?
I have to say 82. She's gorgeous.
Like a 70. I guess I'll put myself next to that girl right there, 71.
72.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're slightly more attractive than 71.
Yeah.
Fair enough. On a scale from 1 to 100, what...
Uh-oh. Okay, this ain't right. He wrong for this. Whew, he wrong for this. We're talking about looking at her right off the bat. this is what would be considered below a 5. She's a high, let's say a mid 2 point, she's still young-ish, it looks like. And she's alive, so she's not a 0. So this is a 2. And once you dig in, you're going to see, somebody like this, major mental, issues, traumas, somebody who is addicted perhaps to food, or uses food to comfort them, stuff like that. This don't happen without a bunch of work, buddy boy. You got to sit there at that table, at that kitchen table for a long time, every day to look like this. And I've been chubby, I'm not hating on it, but I am shaming it. I don't hate this woman, but I do want to say this is shameful in a country where you have all the access to whatever you need. Yes, it is shameful. You have all the access to knowledge, all the access to knowledge on what to eat and what not to eat and when to eat, how to lose weight, all the tools to break an addiction or deal with trauma, whether that be childhood or adulthood trauma.
Would you rate
Let's see
yourself?
your rating.
A solid 4.
And this is in line with the other girls' ratings, really, because I'd say it's almost like whatever they give themselves, just minus 3 points or 2 or 3 points off of that. So I gave her a 2, 2.2, 2.5. I wouldn't even go 2.5, 2.2, I'd say. 2.3 sounds right. She gave herself a solid 4, so 4.5. 4.5 minus 2 is 2.5. So it's about right. They add 2 points.
Yeah.
100 is the most.
Oh, yeah.
And why would you give yourself a 4?
Everything's attached, everything's where it should be, but, there's obvious,
So she's not an idiot.
I got issues, so.
I got issues, you see. Yes, this is issue, but still took the time to paint the nails, which I really I'm really thinking now that women do these sort of things like this, as a hobby. They'll do shit like that as a hobby. Worthless fucking hobby, when you're, you need to switch your hobbies, aim towards more healthy things. But a big old woman like this will, maybe not quite this big, but, big women, yeah, this big too, actually. Big women they'll put all of their attention on, and I mean hours a day, on everything else except their fucking weight. Incredible, dude. Will spend hours in front of the mirror and never see, your face doesn't even look how it's supposed to look, how God made it to look. Your own face is distorted. And this woman here, get rid of the fat, and I guarantee you would be completely amazed. She'd probably be beautiful. But, even the way they go about it, they don't look for male guidance. A male could straighten her up real quick. Of course, she'll have to have surgery to remove the skin but a male, if she's young enough, and there's even a point in doing it, which she is, was she in her, I really can't tell, but 20s, mid-20s. But if she would grasp on to some man, a brother, somebody who will tell her the truth. And it's our fault a lot of times too, because we'll sit there and lie. Even her brother maybe, because he don't want to deal with it. But if she would go to a man and say, look, I've been seeing this female counselor. She wants me to work through my trauma before I work on anything else, and I've been seeing her a year, and I've paid her all this money, and I'm still dealing with the trauma, and I've just thought all of this is bullshit. Men are logical. Let me ask a man. Let me find a man who I can rely on to answer honestly my questions. Kind of like how they do in AA, like your accountability partner, but it would be one way, not both ways. Let me find a man to be my accountability partner. She would immediately be straightened up if she could find one that would help, that had no bad intentions or anything, which is pretty easy to find. It's not like they're gonna lie to her to try to fuck her at this point. That man, if it was me, I would say any amount of time you're wasting eating, doing your nails, whatever the fuck, your hair's all frizzed and fucked too, we need to lose weight immediately. How do we do that? Not by going online and searching for 5 hours each day on different cool stuff. Here's a tea you can drink. This woman's selling. Then they do that shit. Then they go online and they're like, yeah, this, and then they end up spending money on dumb shit that never works, or they, by the time it gets to their house and is delivered, they're moved on to the next thing. Well, this a man would immediately go, look, you're gonna have to lose weight, and there ain't but one way to do that. Here's a list of stuff you can eat. Here's a list of stuff you can't eat, or here's one thing you're gonna eat every day, nothing else. You're not gonna eat after this time, and here's a treadmill, or here's a place to go run. You're going to start running every day. Not walk. Jog. You're not going to lose weight doing a brisk 10-minute walk a day. That's a waste of time too, to me. The body is perfectly capable of running. You want to walk for 5 hours? Or you want to jog for 10 minutes. Like, okay, maybe walking can do something, but come on, dude. These women, and I've seen that, they think, oh, I'll just walk. Walking's going to do me some good. Let me tell you, those women are still fat. Anyways, that comes from Facebooking and online. They're looking to other women to help them fix themselves. And that's just not what they need, unfortunately. Do I care? Do I think men are so much better and women just suck and men should be over women? It's not like that. It's not like that. I want her to be beautiful and to be able to feel like she's beautiful. And I want that because I know that's what she wants deep down. She wants to feel beautiful. Find a good man, white picket fence, have a couple kids, and find true, not happiness, but fulfillment. That's what they miss. Happiness, happiness lasts for about 5 minutes, okay? That's the problem with it. 5 minutes of that at a time. That's about all you get. Fulfillment, though, that can be lifelong.
Someone's gonna look at me and be like, she doesn't have it all together.
In your opinion, what is your most attractive physical feature?
Probably my eyes.
Eyes.
Yeah.
She's I've seen a pattern there. The other chick said eyes as well. She says eyes, it seems, because your eyes do not gain weight as your body becomes disgustingly morphed and disfigured. Your eyes stay the same, whatever color they are, whatever. But I'm sorry to tell you, your eyes suck. You know, like, and there's, because that's how I feel. I mean, I'd love to help somebody like that who was truthfully just like, look, I'm done following women's directions to try to have a good life. You know, I seen such and such. She says she does whatever the fuck her husband says, and she's happy. And her husband is happy, and he doesn't abuse his power like maybe women would do. See, women, I heard this the other day, so I can't take credit, but women talk about men abusing that power all the time. They're so obsessed with that. All these men running the world and starting all these wars. There are wars, yes, but women project that because because their mind is so different that when a woman has power like that, that's what she's telling you. That's what I would do. So they are projecting that onto men because of their egalitarian nature. They can't distinguish, well, a man would do completely different shit with power because his whole biology is different. Men do much better with power, in other words.
Very nice eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to help her, but she would just have to say, you know, Susie follows what her husband says. So I'm starting to get the picture that all of this women shit I see online, all of these dumb weight loss things I'm buying, are all of these women who got it made who are telling me, just stay fat, baby. Be happy. I think they're fucking lying to me. And I want a man's advice. You know? But they've been tricked by other women on top of this, that if you submit to a man or ask men for advice, they're only going to tell you what makes them happy. It's all projection. That's what women are doing. It's not what men are doing, or we would see it.
Perfect.
85?
85. No. She is a 6, though.
I'm feeling like 100 today.
100. What?
And she's going to be like a 6. Face is like almost a 7, but not quite.
Makes you feel like an 100.
I just feel good about myself, and I feel like that shines through.
Did you always...
She feel good. They think their rating is supposed to be how they feel. That's literally how they interpret everything. And women can be great if they would only be the helpmate, follow a man. If I was a woman myself, what I would do, well, first of all, I would want to get married as young as possible, have kids, have a family. This way I'm solidified. Like, I'm going to be taken care of. I can do whatever. I can do my stupid hobbies, whatever the fuck. Take care of the kids, be happy. Pursue a degree a little later, even. Sure, degree, but just a little later. Or on the side, you know.
Like in 100? Or
No. I just started doing more self-love, you know?
It's all that shit, you know. And self-love is fine if there's still that understanding that I need male guidance. That doesn't always have to be some strange man. Just father, brother, uncle, the good uncles, you know. But they literally have been cut off entirely from the guidance of men
100.
100.
and left to fend for themselves. That's why this girl is below a 5, dude. And she said 100. So it's either they add 2 points, you know, they know what they are, and then they add the 2 points and they say that, or they know what they are and they just go way above it, you know, depending on how they feel that day. But I have an inkling that they kind of know where they are.
What is the reason for 100?
Because why not?
I like the way I look.
I'll do 99.
And I guess 6'7".
Yes, indeed, you can say 67. Why 67?
That number just means a lot to me.
56?
56. Man, she's nice too. Face is below average, but not. Actually, she's a 5. I give her a 5. The body is closer to 6, though.
70?
Again, 5 is average. 5 is not bad. 5 is normal, not average as in like you're an average fuck. Just average as in normal.
Say I am physically attractive, but there are
She's fuckable, yes. But she's right at 5.0.
some points I don't like about myself. I'd like to be more fit. I would rate myself like below her because I really like how she looks, like a 62.
Do you feel like you're slightly more attractive than 60?
I love her tattoos, but
Crazy, bro.
without them, me personally,
And you tell me this. Is this girl more attractive than that girl? Just no. Not in any sense. What is she going to say about the tattoos?
I think she would be a little bit more attractive.
Without the tattoos. You see that? This girl was being a bit more honest. But, I mean, the girlfriends of this tattooed girl, I mean, look. Yeah, girl, let's get a tattoo. Let's tattoo it up. Tattoo. They somehow lie without knowing they're lying. Yes, it's a lie. But I think just in history, they've done it so much that they forget it's a lie, or it's just the egalitarian nature biologically. That they will tell other women to do things who they feel they'll have to compete with. For men, they will tell them to do things to lower their value. Even their own friends. And, you know, finally the word's getting out about it. And it's not malicious or evil, I don't believe. But it's something women should be aware of. And men. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. 6-7.